Viewers, what's going on? JDV here, and Rokski's on the phone. What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about the Mitchell Report, steroids in baseball, wrap the whole thing up. Now, this is a shoot. It's live. No cue cards, no notes, no prep. Well, actually, teeny prep, just to make it easier for people to understand what we're going to be hitting on. And we're just rolling, man. We're just rolling. A lot of people want to know, obviously, because we've been all over this situation. I'm a 3-time national champion powerlifter. Took a bronze medal at the World Championships. I've competed for 20 years, national level in wrestling, national level in judo. Obviously, trained dozens of professional world-class athletes all over the globe, including Mark McGuire, Mitch Farad, Trey Junkin, Jason Giambi, etc., etc., etc. Work with Soviet American athletes. Work with scientists. I know what's been going on, in the whole situation. I mean, so, believe me, the expertise and the depth is far beyond a Victor Conti or any of those kind of people. But I'm all clean, and the guys I trained were clean. We were almost the anti-Balco, if you will. In any event, we've spoken out a lot on many different forums about why Mark should be in the Hall of Fame, and there's a whole range of issues to talk about that. We've been promoting clean athletics, we've been promoting drug-free stuff, but we've also tried to be fair to athletes in general, all over the place. Meaning that this witch hunt, this McCarthyism that's gone on has been crazy. We're going to get into the opinions here in a little bit. I want to be tight about this. Right? The main point, because there's so much depth and so much that we've talked about, literally written thousands and thousands of words on this, on all kinds of different forums and different venues, magazines, whatnot, and lots of videos and stuff like that. So we're trying to encapsulate everything. Where are we at now? Where we're at now, post-Mitchell Report, is exactly where I have told you we were in the beginning. Where we've always been. This is what I've said on background to reporters from USA Today, New York Times, Sports Illustrated, on and on and on and on. What I've said, in print, LA Times and other places like that. What Paul and I have said in huge media forums and websites. What we have gone so extensive on this, it's not even funny. And every single thing that I've said and that Paul said, has been proven true. Everything, okay? And what is that? To sum up, if you want to go after drugs in sports, it's not one guy, it's not two guys, it's not Bonds and McGuire. It was so great to go after them because you didn't like them. It's almost everybody. It's every sport. It's Marion Jones. It's the Tour de France. It's a whole list of folks in track and field. It's a whole list of folks in Tour de France. It's a whole list of folks still in the NFL. Now it's a whole list of folks in Major League Baseball. Bodybuilding, forget about that. You'd have to shut down pretty much the whole sport, at least as we know it. And I'm not saying that it's not something that we don't address. And I'm not saying drugs are good, drugs are bad. I'm against drugs. But at the same time, I'm pro-realism. I'm just saying that, what do we know for sure? Well, obviously, these drugs are not super deadly, or else all these people would be dead, and they're not, right? We don't have any long-term studies on this stuff, and we need them. I don't think, my personal opinion is, I'm almost a libertarian, right? I think people should be able to do whatever the heck they want to do, as long as they're not hurting anybody else. Some of these sports are inherently dangerous. Driving a car at 200 miles an hour is inherently dangerous. You can die from that. Hitting a linebacker at 20 miles an hour, head on is dangerous. You can die from that. So, as a general principle, I don't really have a problem with someone doing something if it's legal and they're being, and it's relatively safe. And the only way we're going to know, the Congress has to do something to make it legal, or the FDA or whatnot, and the only way that we're going to know something's safe is to have studies on this, and I think we need to have studies on this type of stuff, I mean real studies, but we can't do that because of all this political craziness. Now, in general, like I said, I'm anti-drugs, I'm pro-health and everything like that. I've been competing drug-free all my life. I've been promoting drug-free elite athletics. I've been training these guys clean. We have stuff that can really help people out. I mean, if you go check out villarrealfitness.com or villarrealsports.com, you can see what we're talking about. We're going to get into that in a bit. But look, all I'm saying is this stuff is getting crazy now. And now the media writers and the people that are railing against Bonds and all fans, oh, they're boo-hoo now. Why? Because it's your guys too. And it's not just the steroid era, it's Dykstra, it's these people from the 80s, bro. And you think it's stopped now? It hasn't stopped now. I mean, I could go on and on and on. Romanowski, Merriman, on and on and on. And my point is now we're talking about, I think we need a longer term discussion. I hope this is the beginning of discussion about getting some of the truth out and figuring out where we want to be with this as a society in terms of what's okay, what's not okay, what's legal, what's not legal. I think it should be scientific and health-based, because, the very same stuff that we're railing against these athletes, there's life extension clinics out there that are giving this stuff to old, men and women to help them feel better, to, be able to get erections and have sex, this and that, whatever. Hypocrisy is so ridiculous. It's not even funny. Super Bowl sponsored by, Bacardi, Budweiser, Cialis, Viagra, everything like that. Stop. Okay? All right. That's the one thing. Now the cheating aspect. Look, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If everybody's cheating, then nobody's cheating. Okay? And that's the heart of this, right? The heart of this thing is, hey, why are you getting crazy about trying to keep Bonds out or McGuire out or anything like that out of the Hall of Fame when you have no positive test, you have really no hard proof of anything, and yet it's all these other guys too. It's the pitchers, it's other people. And remember, with the Mitchell report, it only covered steroids. It didn't cover HGH. It didn't cover amphetamines. And amphetamines, so many of these guys, a huge percentage of baseball players were using amphetamines. Okay, so now where are we at? You know what I mean? So I've talked extensively about this. If you want to go check out my posts, some of them are a little bit kind of crazy, entertainment filled and whatever like that. I used to be a talk show host. Come on, I have fun, right? But obviously very, very informative. Check out some of my old posts at sportsjournalist.com if they haven't erased it all. That site sucks, and we're going to talk about why that site sucks. But the point is that I'm on the record, have been on the record for a long time. I was so far ahead of the curve, it wasn't even funny. And because I'm an athlete, because I'm competing, because I'm training these guys, because I have actual expertise. I'm not sitting up on a press box, with my little pencil and stuff like that, thinking I know something and I don't know anything. I'm going crazy, but it's a passionate subject for me, right? It's something that's really, really important. Okay, so here's the thing. Where do we go from here?